Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Voices of Cypress, where we highlight the incredible people and organizations making a difference right here in our community. Today, we are so excited to be joined by two amazing guests from Cypress Assistance Ministries, a nonprofit that is truly changing lives across Cypress.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us from our last podcast. Please help us welcome Lakesha and Antiqua. We're so glad that you guys are here with the Voices of Cypress.
Thank you for having us.
But before we dive in, we love for each of you to introduce yourselves and share a little bit about the roles that you guys play at CAM and what you do on a day-to-day.
All right. Okay, I will go first. So my name is Antiqua Collins. I've been with Cypress Assistance Ministries going on 6 years in the fall. Thank you. I have the pleasure of serving here as the director for both of our stores and donation centers, and helping to generate the revenue to fund all of our missions.
My name is Lakesha Linson. I am the Director of Marketing and Communications here at CAM, and I have the distinct pleasure of helping to get the word out on everything that we're doing here at CAM and helping to bring in new sponsorships and funding and that sort of thing. So all the fun stuff, and I just get to brag on all the amazing things that our staff and volunteers do to help make an impact in the community.
Yeah, and CAM makes a big impact in the community. We always hear great things about CAM. Always. Cam's doing this, Cam's doing that. Look at Cam.
You guys are doing an amazing job. It's awesome. Cypress Assistance Ministry supports so many families in different ways, from food assistance to education and job support. Can you share what your mission looks like in action?
So, in action, really, there's never a moment where anything stops here. Okay. We are a year-round birth to death emergency assistance organization, which means year-round we are mobilized for whatever the needs of the community are on a day-to-day basis, running our food pantry as well as our financial services, and then throughout the year, several auxiliary programs. Just to name a few. Let's see, what month of the year are we in? We are in April. Yeah. So we are in the thick of our prom distribution program right now. And then as the, kids wrap that up for the school year, then we literally are already planning for back to school. We do that in the midst of the summer. We also do a summer reading program at both of our stores in the summer. This year is our first year. We're launching a community baby shower. So cute. Yes. So it will be a busy summer, but, me and my team and all of us here, we really want to be known for our good works. And then from back to school, we transition into Thanksgiving and Christmas, which are major for us. And then we start it all back over again at the top of the year as we go into Easter and wrap it all back around. But there's usually things kind of popping up anytime that we see an opportunity, really try to, seize that moment and help wherever we can.
That's amazing. I mean, I saw that you guys are doing like a shopping event for moms.
Yes.
Mother's Day coming up. When I got here today, Houston Food Bank was here delivering for your food pantry. Yeah. And let me tell you, the guy driving that big diesel truck was backing up all the way through the driveway. I was very impressed because I can't even back up, in my own little driveway. So I mean, very impressed with the driving. But it's very busy here. Lots of people getting the support they need. Lots of volunteers. You also do something for the volunteers. There was a volunteer.
Yes, we have Volunteer Appreciation Week. April is National Volunteer Appreciation Month, and then there's a week designated every year during that month. It's usually the third week. We could not do anything that we do without our volunteers. There's about 2 handfuls of us, and there are hundreds of them on any given year. So anytime that we can show our just undying appreciation to them, we really try to do it. So we're super excited this year for Volunteer Appreciation Week because we have a new volunteer coordinator, and she is extremely hands-on with the volunteers and making sure that they feel seen and heard.
Yes.
On any given day, how many volunteers would you say are at CAM?
Physically on site. Well, there are some that are physically on site. And then every day there are people that are off site because we have people that take things home to process. We have people that do our regular pickups for the food pantry. Sometimes our Operation Jobs even takes their program on the road, which is completely ran by volunteers. But dozens of volunteers on any given day physically in the building. And then
probably at least 30
people out doing the good works in the community all the time as well.
Yeah, we had 930 volunteers last year that kind of were hands-on throughout, whether it was during the auxiliary special programming or if it was on the day-to-day operations. Because like she said, we have those that are on site and then we have those that are doing things off site that, you know, are just behind the scenes making things work. So,
So it takes the community to run
absolutely
a nonprofit of this size. So,
yes, for sure. And even speaking to the Houston Food Bank truck coming, it's important that people know, yes, the food bank comes, but a small fraction of the food in our pantry comes from the food bank. The bulk of it comes from people like you and me supporting us being able to give away over $1 million worth of food. And that really speaks to just this community. We really look out for each other.
I saw on your marquee right now that you're in peanut butter.
Yep, peanut butter and jelly. We try to have things that the kids can make for themselves, especially as we go into the summer months. You know, macaroni, noodles, things like that they're not going to burn the house down.
I know my son, he lives off peanut butter.
Put it in the air fryer.
Protein, So
I try to give my daughter a little leeway for like 2 weeks ago. Hey, I'm not going to do it. I was like, damn.
Relatable.
She forgot to put water in the noodles.
It happens to the best of us. It truly does.
Did that happen to you?
I have not had that. My now 11-year-old is thinks she's going to become baker extraordinaire.
Mine is the same age, 11.
So you go to get some sugar. There's no sugar. There's no chocolate chips. There's no insert. Like, hey, did you use this? Yeah, well, I sent you a text to get more. Thanks for that. I needed that sugar. For something.
Okay, out of all the programs you guys offer, which one of them has had the biggest impact on you guys recently? And are there any people that might not know about it that should know about it?
I would say our food pantry probably it has the largest amount of production on a day-to-day basis. So last year we distributed over 1.4 million pounds of food. Yes. So it really speaks to the need in our community here in Cypress. You know, a lot of people think that Cypress is a well-off community, and we do have our fair share of that, right? But there is absolutely a need in this community as well. And so we're extremely grateful that we have such a generous community that comes together. The neighbors come together to make this happen. Like Antiqua mentioned, it's just regular everyday folks like us who, just pick up a little extra when we go to the grocery store and just drop it off to the pantry because it really does make a difference in feeding those households. And so we do service the Cy-Fair ISD jurisdiction. So those who are in need of services through the food pantry, there's a walk-in process that we have that you can do, or email us at help@cypressassistance.org. And that way we can get our intake counselors on top of, walking through the process to find out what the need is. Because sometimes it's not just the food, but it could be emergency rent or utility assistance or mortgage assistance. We don't pay the full amount. We do need our clients to have some skin in the game, right? But we are going to kind of help bridge that gap where there may be, a little bit of shortage to kind of make sure that they're not in a situation where they're facing eviction or that kind of thing.
I love that you guys do that. You guys have an intake form. This is a family or to your doorstep, right? Because it's not just, hey, I need food. Okay, let's give you guys food. And then you see that same person back or that same family back within a week or two. They need something else. Hey, let's just figure out what all your needs are and address them all at once. And then we can
There's a goal.
a goal or an action plan to help you out. And I also love that you guys are a helping hand, not a hand out.
That's
right. You know,
absolutely.
That it's giving them, hey, let me walk beside you.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Is your food pantry open every day, or is there certain days that it's open that you give out the food to your clients, and then you need volunteers for? What is the process there?
Yes, of course. So our food pantry is open Monday through Friday. In the morning hours, they end at noon.
12:30,
right? And they are closed on Saturdays. We do take donations on Saturdays, and then of course the ministry as a whole is closed on Sundays. But the process, they're able to come in that morning and get registered. There is never going to be a time where we turn anybody away for food.
That's right.
For the more fuller wraparound services, really digging deeper into the situation, we'll get you set up with a counselor so that we can have a more private setting, really work and see, okay, you came for food, but perhaps the challenge is actually that you don't make enough money, and let's get you with our Operation Jobs counselor. And then we identify, okay, we've gone to Operation Jobs, we've tweaked your resume, but you also need something to wear to the interview. And then you would come and be able to shop and find that in Angels Attic with dignity. Not where just, here's what you're getting.
Right.
Pick out something that's going to tailor to you and support what you're trying to do. And that really speaks to our mission, which is turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones.
That's right.
Because wherever you came in here at doesn't have to be where you stay.
That's right.
And the attic has really nice stuff. I mean,
how often is one today?
I mean, I have there's really nice stuff.
Yes, even this little bracelet.
Yes. So as you mentioned, in 2025, Cypress Assistance Ministry distributed over 1.4 million pounds of food to more than 31,000 people, which is incredible. We always talk about Cypress is a small feeling area, but it is really larger than what we think. I mean, we're the third largest school district in the state. And some of us tend to think that, it's a little bubble, but it's huge. There's different economical needs in our city. But the fact that our community comes together and helps, each other in times of needs, it's just incredible, and what we love to highlight. But additionally, you guys also did 3,000 children, over 3,000 children received Christmas gifts during the holidays. 64 students were provided with prom attire last year, and you're doing that again right now.
Yes.
And that's female and male, so
That's
it's not
right.
just the girls. And 440 households received financial assistance, and these are just small numbers. I mean, these are just, I just took a little bit. There's more numbers, obviously, but behind these numbers, they're real people. They're real people, and they're real people in our community.
Yes.
They could be your neighbors. They could be your family. They could be friends that your kids go to school with. They could, they could be, you or I. Anything could happen. These are moments that really truly capture the heart of Cypress Assistance Ministries. Is there any particular moment that you can think of that captures your heart, or that was your why moment that you each would like to share with our audience?
Of course. So many. Some that you just mentioned, of course. Anything that is geared toward children is a passion for me. Just given my family's background, and some of these programs have even allowed my children to get involved in these programs. Of course, we served the past 2 years, just right around 3,000 the past 2 years for Christmas. That is always a super fun program for us. You get to see the tangible impact. Back to school, we see the little pre-Kers with the big backpack. And prom, of course. And those programs, sometimes you have like a full circle moment. And so one that I can think of was, we hadn't been in this building for long, and we were doing a volunteer tour. And I like to come introduce myself because sometimes, people just want to serve somewhere where they can build more community, right? So many of our volunteers here, we just have amazing relationships with. And so we're doing the tour, and I'm giving my spiel, and I never really told this story in a tour, but I was saying, hey, my sister shared this post on Facebook. She works at the DPS office, and she shared her supervisor had been a client here at camp. And that now every year she comes and she buys a Christmas ornament commemorative from our Christmas shop, which is a pretty big deal for us. Yeah. So I'm telling the story. Lo and behold, the supervisor was in the tour. I cannot make this up. The supervisor was in the tour. She was still with DPS. She had moved up as a supervisor, and she ended up, her and her son, serving with us for some years after that, and also coordinating toy drives at the DPS office. So that again just speaks to the stumbling blocks and to stepping stone. She was in a period of her life where she didn't have the resources, and when she was able to give back, whether it is in the smallest of way, as in buying something out of the store, because the store funds a very nice percentage of all of our revenue, or coming back and volunteering your time, or then taking it a step further in organizing donations. So that's one that always sticks out to me, because it was like, I cannot believe this lady is in this orientation. I'm like,
did she like raise her hand and was like, hey, that story's about me?
She did. She was like, that is me.
Wow.
And I immediately called my sister. I'm like, oh my God, girl, your boss is in the door, girl. I was talking about, I didn't even know. And I had never prior to that told that story. Yeah. And lo and behold, she was there.
Wow, I love that. That's incredible.
And I think it's just so amazing, and it speaks to like the integrity that you guys give the families, right? Because I mean, had you guys been like, yeah, here, get, like, you know what I mean? Take this and, kind of like go away, not in those words. That's not an organization that I would want to come back to, or make me feel better or anything like that. But again, the holding your hand and walking beside you, and for her to be like, that story's about me. Here I am. And I am also going to help you all with your program by doing something at my job. It just, I feel like that speaks volumes to everything that CAMP stands for. For sure.
And so many stories like that.
Yeah, for sure. And what speaks to me on a day-to-day basis is, one, seeing the volunteers that walk in this place every single morning and all day, every day. When I say volunteers, and they do it joyfully, cheerfully, willingly, as if they are paid staff, that really speaks to my heart, because that speaks volumes. Yeah. They could be doing anything else with their day and their time, but every single day, Monday through Friday, they're here. Yeah. That speaks to me. Not only the volunteers in that way, but additionally, our active board members, the chairman or president of our board of directors volunteers here just like everybody else.
Amazing. Wow. That's incredible.
When I say he volunteers in our shop program, which is the food delivery program for homebound seniors and adults, and he goes out and he does the shopping for the seniors, and he delivers it to them, and so on. His wife volunteers in the donation center every single day. So these are active. The treasurer of our board volunteers in our Operation Jobs program. He helps with the resumes that folks need help writing their resumes. And these retirees have dedicated their time and lives to helping, making an impact in other people's lives. that speaks volumes to me. And so one day I actually had one of our clients who was here and she was handling some business, and she stopped over to my office and she said, I just want to share with you how much Cam really means to me. She happened to be one of Jim, who is our the chairman of our board. She spoke to how he has impacted her. He's been volunteering, I want to say, is it 11 years? Wow. Doing this same thing, has these same clients through the SHOP program. And she just had so many wonderful things to say about him and how he has impacted her life and how Cam has impacted her life. So those kind of stories are what touch my heart, and it makes me come into work every single day because this community is amazing. Site Fair community is absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like it before.
I love that. I have volunteered at camps with my daughter who we're in NCL, and we've done like the backpacks, and we've worked it in the back, you know, with the crew in the back in the attic, and they take it seriously. I mean, you would think that this is their career, and they're volunteers, and they're here. Yes, all the time, because I see the same faces when I come, and it's like a well-oiled machine, and they are so caring in the way they talk about it and love it. And for all I know, one of them is a board member, because you would probably not know the difference.
You would not know.
And it's just amazing, and everybody is super friendly and nice, and it's just it is very welcoming, very feels family oriented.
Yeah,
it's a very family oriented.
It is, and welcoming. 2025 July, we celebrated 35 years.
That's right.
There are volunteers that are here serving today that were here at the inception. 35 years. From it being in a back closet in the local Catholic church and in someone's trunk to, this building that we built from the ground up, and they're still serving with us. Some of them log just as many hours as you and I.
Yeah.
Taking things home and they're here. I'm here. I pull up. They're here.
Yeah.
So I think that really speaks to, you don't stay anywhere for 35 years if you don't believe.
That's right.
In the totality of it.
And I feel like you can't, I don't know, it's just like the love that you guys talk about for Cypress as a whole, right? I know we talked a little bit before we started about how Cypress is so big, but it has that small town feel, and there is need within our own community, within our own backyard. But I feel like sometimes people don't see that because we take care of our community.
That's
right. Like you guys are a prime example of us taking care, or y'all taking care of the community, because it's like, well, Cypress doesn't need help. No, we do need help. But while we're asking for the help, we're also going to help our neighbors.
That's right. We just do a good job of doing the work.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's not limited to Cam. Cypress has an amazing nonprofit, community. Tree. Of nonprofit life, and we all work in partnership. And I think that's important. That no one of us are bigger than the band.
That's right.
We believe that here in these walls, and we believe that outside of these walls.
Yeah.
We reach out to people when we need things. They reach out to us when we need things. And when we have abundance, it's important that we share, because
that's right.
The ultimate goal of anyone who donates here, whether it's financial, a shirt, food, is that it gets spread back out to this community. And that's the overall most important thing.
Yeah. And she's absolutely right. When we get if we have an abundance of anything, we'll call and say, hey, you guys, do you need, to the other local organizations, and vice versa. When they get something, if they have it, and they'll call Henry, our director of food pantry, and say, hey, Henry, we've got this, you guys need, and it's like, yeah, we'll come and get it, or, whatever the case may be. We have such an amazing, this is the part where I brag, y'all. We have such an amazing team of leaders, staff, and volunteers. When I say Martha Burns, who's our executive director, and she's been here, I want to say 11 years as well. She and Henry both, and Richard, who's the assistant food pantry director. These folks are amazing, extraordinary individuals who just know how to do nonprofit leadership, right? Elizabeth Bustillos is our director of client services. She's also amazing. Donna Gibbon, excuse me, was deemed the Houston Literacy Hero. She's got over 30 years in education, and the city of Houston acknowledged her, I think it was 2 years ago, as a Houston Literacy Hero. That's she amazing. Runs our GED and ESL program here at CAM. So we really are blessed with the team of folks that we have leading this organization. And of course, Antiqua does.
Well, both of you. Yes.
Just a humble servant.
And she already spoke to Diane, our volunteer services manager, but it really does take a village, and our volunteers and our staff, they get it.
That's incredible.
Sure.
What would you guys say are some of the biggest needs in our community right now? And for those watching who feel inspired, what are the best ways to support CAM, whether that be volunteering, donations, or just simply spreading the word?
Yes, of course. So what we're seeing, as of right now, is there is a financial need. We know, again, like I noted earlier, that some people are not employed to sustain the cost of living currently. And food, you can stretch a little bit further than you can dollars. $1 is still $1. So there's always an opportunity for us to help more people financially. We're actively always seeking out grants and other funding sources so that we can, whether it is assistance with rent or assistance with their utilities. Utilities are just off the charts lately as one of the cost of living, components. So Liz, as well as our grant writer, really focuses to get that funding for the utility so that we can pivot some of our other funds to the rental assistance. And then, of course, we actively work to try to get them better employments for long-term sustainability. So I would say for sure, funding is a big need for us right now. And then we always need bodies. We cannot do it without the bodies because Lakesha is a one-man band in her department. I have a few people in my band, but not near enough for the volume of what we do. The bulk of our workforce is volunteers. So we're always looking for someone who has, 3 hours a week to spare. And it doesn't have to be some major commitment, 3 hours to spare. Just don't go to Starbucks. Just come over here.
Or pick up your Starbucks
and come here.
Yes.
Get me one as well. Right, and come and really, really make an impact. And so I would say funds and people, they're the two biggest things that we will always need.
That's right.
Especially as we go into summer programs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna throw something in there. We try to stay very positive on our podcast.
Yes.
Got some news right before this, and because you brought up the need. So right before we started the podcast, we got some news, and so I'm going to throw in a PSA. If there's any mechanics that are watching this, unfortunately, Cam got hit last night, and their delivery truck, the converter, is that what it was?
Yeah, the catalytic converter
was stolen off their delivery truck. So that's going to be very costly for them. And they do have a police report, but that's not going to pay for it to get repaired. And that's money that is being taken away from them helping.
Absolutely.
So if there's any mechanics or someone watching
mechanics,
that wants
give
to
us a call.
Mechanic who wants to donate a catalytic converter and then another mechanic who wants to install.
Yeah, or
convert.
Yeah, or
Thank you.
a discount or something. Just throwing it out there. Anybody that knows anything, contact him. And also,
Thank you.
please be kind, people. Be kind. Just throwing that PSA out there. So,
Thank you.
anything else that that you think that is a big need that or how people can get involved?
Absolutely. Thank you again for even allowing us to have this space to, converse about this. But one thing that I would love to mention is that people may not realize it, but Angels Attic Resale Stores primarily fund the programs and services that we provide here at CAM. We do not rely on federal funding or funding from the government. We don't get grants that are federal, right? So what we rely on is the grants from the private foundations, or again, what the community at large does and gives to CAM to help make things run. So the donations that come through to Angels Attic Resale Stores, we have a Cypress location and a Willowbrook location. Those are what happens with the resale. Those funds are utilized to help, provide these programs, right? And so your donations matter.
Yeah. Clean out your closets, clean out your cabinets. They take household, they take clothing, kids, pets, toys. They take kid stuff, adult stuff, furniture, jewelry, wall stuff. And an excuse to clean out your stuff and go through stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
And your husband's stuff too.
Yeah,
that he never does.
And then you can even come shop here.
Yes.
Best prices.
Like they have really good prices and good stuff.
That's
and
right.
you can find some stuff that's like, real silver stuff. Like some of the stuff you don't know what people are like donating. I don't think I know what they have.
You see your outfit is from there today.
My whole outfit, with the exception of my sandals,
model for us.
are from here. I don't want to do that. The bracelet is from here. The pants are from here. And I think I got these one day for like $1. We do a lot of dollar sales. So there's look, if we get you in here once, you'll be back. For sure.
For sure.
And if you're a student and you are getting ready for prom, come shop. Is that do they get to just come and try on and shop and you have
how that works. So that sounds so intriguing and I love it.
We didn't talk much about that. So it is our third year of Get a Gown. Yes. This year we did a huge one-day kickoff event called Yes to the Dress. If you've ever watched Yes to the Dress on TLC like me and Lakesha were Randy, and we looked just like and we had mocktails and we had little treats and all the things. And the thing is, when you're shopping for your wedding dress or shopping for your prom dress, it's like it's the experience.
Yes,
that's right. Now I might not get that experience if I just roll into a random thrift store, right? So we really wanted the kids to have this experience because we understand as a proud Cypher parent and a former Cypher parent, who her last has gone on to college now. We know that all of these little auxiliary things, they add up.
Oh, quickly.
That's right.
And especially senior year.
Yeah.
And because of that, we wanted the parents to not have the burden financial, but also the students to still have the experience of going and looking for the prom dresses. And so this year, because we have our new location, we were able to set it up very boutique like. I would have loved to go on there.
I know, right?
When I was going to prom.
We do throw an adult prom.
Right. So we have some coming up for moms too. We'll have some actual adult beverages, not mocktails and mocktails. But so we really wanted to make that an experience. Yes. And the great thing about this program is there is no financial threshold for it. Because we know that much like back to school or Christmas, many families are living paycheck to paycheck. And when these auxiliary things come up, like now I have to buy 6 packs of Crayola 24s, Lysol wipes, tissue, hand sanitizer, and all these things. man, I don't have that those extra
Right.
funds. So it's the same thing with prom. We've been able to not have any financial requirements, and the kids just come, they show their ID. It is limited to one gown, but they come, they fill out some information just so we can kind of have the demographics and see which area needs the help the most. And then it puts them in a pot for a bunch of extra things like photography, makeup, hair,
you have so many sponsors that are,
Yeah.
some local, and that's another thing about us talking about how our community rallies and gets together. There's so many local businesses that came together to help with that.
Yes.
And they're not out there doing it like, oh, look what I'm doing.
No, not at all.
They are doing it because these are businesses that care, that are like, let me help these students, let me help these, this CAM, and they are giving, their time, to collect, or they're hosting their own like big drives, or they're donating their services like, the photography or the hair, or, and it's amazing that they do this, and some of them have done it for the 3 years. It's their first year or second year, but it's just incredible that we have a community that comes together that does that, and the amount of donations, and I mean, there's gorgeous gowns.
Some of the gowns had the tags on them this year, and so many of those partners that we had at least forget a gown this year came to us. So I think that the program is speaking for itself. I mean, last year we served 64 students. We have already surpassed that, and we still have.
That's what I was going to ask you.
3 more weeks.
Wow.
Almost to the point where I was at home last night. I was like, should we do another Yes to the Dress Day?
That would be.
Yeah, no, we're actually.
I'm like, can't we squeeze it in? Because we have Toast to Mom coming up in that same space. But we might have to do it over here. So it's. I mean, that program is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it really just is a phenomenal program.
That's a beautiful problem to have, right? Like, it's grown so much, and people are willing to give so much that we've surpassed, and like, maybe we could create another one because that's how big it's gotten. I feel like that's,
and we can still take more partnerships.
For sure.
More partnerships. Because the kids deserve. These kids deserve it all.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter what school or what, like, that's the thing. I love it that it's all Cypress, all Cypher, just show your ID. Like, it doesn't matter where you go, or, because again, it's, you don't know people's situations.
That's right.
No, you don't.
Things can change from one day to the next.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? So it's, I love that.
I love that. We actually, it's geared toward the child. It's like, it doesn't even matter what's going on with the parent. Let's, and we know senior year gets costly quickly. There's a lot of auxiliary things that come up from the beginning to the end of the year.
Absolutely.
So for them to just be able to show their ID, they they need all that.
And it's nice. We've had students that have come that they volunteer with us, have taken advantage of the program, which I think is fabulous. The first ever student that signed up for this program, which we both cried together. It was very emotional. But she's in a lot of our marketing for this program. Beautiful young lady. That dress was brand new with the tag on it. And she's now in school for ministry.
Oh,
love it.
So, I mean, that's what we do it for, to be able to. That's why. And I love the kids.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else about CAM or about the program that you guys would like to let our followers know about?
Yeah, I would definitely like to mention our thanks to Messiah Lutheran Church, who hosts the community garden that we partnered with them to cultivate. And that it has produced the harvest of, the produce that we're able to give out to the community, alongside other partners like the Legacy and others that it's just a conglomerate of community gardens that come together, and they, give the fresh produce out. We have, we talked about the Angels Attic, the community garden. Was there something that we're merriment at the ministry that we really touch on?
Merriment at the ministry. We are always looking for gifts for the older kids. Every year, myself and my children go out and we shop for the older because that program goes from newborn to 19. And what we know, because you have older children, I think you have smaller children. They'll get old fast.
11. Yeah.
11, you're right there. And so, once they get to about 11, 12, and you're hunting for needles,
did that during the break.
We did.
Easter.
Yeah. We finally found some.
Jellyfish needles.
Right? Squishies. But at that age where everybody has an iPhone and a PS5 and all these things. Now, of course, we cannot give every child a PS5 and, an iPhone. But we do try to still get them gift cards to, these kids to do makeup, Ulta, Sephora, Target, all the places that they can go and express themselves. Because as they get older, toys are just not it.
Right.
And people love to buy toys. Right?
The younger ones are always
they're easier. Baby Alive.
Yeah.
Polly Pocket, all the things. But as they get older, we tend to struggle with donations for them. So every year we ask either you can donate funds that are designated specifically to that because we will stretch the dollar. Or those items, headphones, wireless headphones, LED lights, cool little signs, hoodies. They always wearing a hoodie with shorts, with slides.
100 weather.
Yes, right. We don't know what temperature it is, so that of course is something and then of course we always need that program takes hundreds of volunteers to put on. It's a fabulous program to come out and volunteer for.
What's
it's super fun. Merriment at the Ministry, and it's a 4-day long event. We usually do it at one of our church partners' campus because we just need that much space, and you walk in and there's table of Barbies, table of cars, bikes.
So that's for
the Christmas program.
Okay,
that's the Christmas program.
It's for the holidays. And when does that 4-day? And maybe you guys don't have
It's usually the week before. No, we have the date.
Oh, okay.
Well, we've got it. It's the week before Christmas.
Okay.
And that this year I think that's the week of the 15th or 16th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so yes. And then, of course, just coming up sooner, we do have a big event coming up, Toast to Mom, at our Willowbrook location. We will have drinks. We will have light little bites. We're going to have vendors there. And then we'll have an area for the kids. We're having a book reading about kindness from a local author. We really try to focus on, when we do these vendor events, highlighting local small businesses and giving them the space. And it's at very minimal cost to them. The event is free to the public. So you can either come and shop. We'll have some discounts that day, or you can just come and have a free drink. And then we'll have a station set up so the kids can make mom a gift, because we know they don't have the funds. So they can make mom a gift. We still need volunteers for that. It's a great opportunity for students to come and just knock out a couple volunteer hours.
And right now we're really ramping up our back to school program. So we're going to be giving away the backpacks and school supplies. And we really try to make sure that backpack is filled with the school supplies that the elementary, middle, and high school students need. So we're accepting donations, and we will be putting out the marketing for that as well on our follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, both Cypress Assistance Ministries as well as Angels Attic Resale. TikTok for Angels Attic Resale Shop. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and for everything you guys are doing to support families in the community. You guys are incredible.
Thank you.
Oh, thank y'all so much.
No, absolutely. We truly appreciate the impact that you guys
if you'd like to learn more about how you can support or get involved with Cypress Assistance Ministries, be sure to check them out and find ways to get that.
And thank you for tuning in to the Voices of Cypress. Hopefully